So I'm getting ready to do this short hike, and if you're local to the southern Illinois area, this is part of the Shawnee challenge from southernmost Illinois. I'll put a link to the Facebook page and to this app and everything at the bottom of this video. But they got 30 different destinations. The idea is to do all of them within the calendar year, and you check in whenever you get to where you're going. And in this case, I started out at Hamburg Hill. It's a place I've never been to, so I figured that'd be a good start. And first thing you do is check in. It gives you a description of the description of the trail. Tells you a little bit about it. You can pause it and read it if you want to. And so then I'm going to check in. Maybe. There we go. Validate your location. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the video. I didn't turn on the location stuff on the app, so I'm gonna pause the video and do that. Okay, so I don't know what the deal is. I couldn't get checked in, but luckily they have one of the things they have on the app, and I've seen other people ask about it. You can request for support, or you can call. I called that number, and they manually checked me in at the location and everything. So if you have that problem, it's not that big of a deal. But it tells you just a real brief thing about where you're at. I've already checked in on that one, got that one off the list, and it's got a map feature. And the map feature, all it does is show you where the actual location is and everything, and you can get directions for it. And then I've also have the All Trails map or app, and it has this trail on it. I paid the $35 a year to be able to get the to download it offline in case I get it where don't have a signal, and you could do a preview of the trail. It's just a simple out and back trail, total of about a mile round trip. So pretty easy terrain and everything. And of course, this tells you more about the trail itself if you want to pause that. So I'm going to get out here and do this, get started on it. One of the things I'm doing before I get dressed, this is Brynje mesh long underwear. I have the shirt and the pants. I'll talk more about that when I get out and get dressed. Okay, so I'm a big believer in the Be Bold, Start Cold thing. It applies a lot more to backpacking. The idea is if you're too warm when you start out, then you're going to end up sweating once you get active, get moving and everything, and sweating in the cold weather is always bad. It applies more for backpacking than day hiking, because backpacking you're trying to move, get from point A to point B, and knock out X amount of miles or whatever. Where day hiking, you're just strolling along, just taking your time, enjoying the scenery, the sights, smells, sounds, and everything of nature, and going at a lot more leisurely pace. So you won't be working up a sweat like that, like you would with backpacking, generally speaking. I'm still dressed doing the Be Bold, Start Cold. I have that mesh underwear and this thin shirt, and it's only got insulation, just a little bit of insulation on the front, not on the back or the arms or anything, just the front and the hood. I have that Brynje mesh long underwear on. Top and bottoms. Pants, I just got some really thin, lightweight pants, and I'm going to be wearing a backpack, so that's going to provide some insulation for the back. I'm wearing a backpack because I'm also testing the backpacking. I mean, that new backpack I got, I'm testing that while I'm out here, seeing how comfortable that is. And so the reason, normally I would dress warmer for a hike like this because I'm just going to go for a stroll. But I've tested the Brynje mesh underwear, and I'll put a link to that in a video of their website. I've tested it in being physically active and then stopping and cooling off and being active again and everything, kind of what it's designed to do. Works really great. So testing it under these conditions, will it keep me warm just going out for a stroll? The current temperature is 22 degrees. Luckily there's no wind or anything, but I'm I'm chilly right now. So I'll get moving here in a second and see what we're going to do. I mean, see how this is going to perform under these conditions. But the BBO start cold stuff, if I do get cold, I have my backpack. It's loaded up with all the gear to do an overnight trip. So I have extra layers in there if I do get cold while doing this test. And it's always a good idea, even just going out for a hike, to carry a small backpack to, with extra layer of clothes or whatever, just in case the weather changes or something unexpected happens. But I've got everything I need for an overnight, and I'm just going on this short little 1 mile hike, so I should be good to go. I'll film this board here in case you want to pause it and take a look at it. So after the recent ice storms, there's branches around here everywhere. Nobody's made it out to clear the trail yet. But I wanted to show you this. And again, you can pause it if you want to take a look at it. If I can get it good enough to, with the sun and everything. The description of the trail I saw said it had stuff like this around the trail, kind of giving a little bit more history about what happened. Have you ever been out in the woods and in a forest full of trees, find one that kind of stands out from the rest of them? I don't know what kind of tree that is for sure, but I don't know, just something about it. It's not, alright, it's a pretty good sized tree. But just, I don't know what it is about that particular tree, but I don't know, it seems like sometimes some of the trees just kind of stand out from the rest of them for whatever reason. This place would be pretty cool if the water was running and everything. Come out here after a heavy rain. It would be slippery. It's not much of a hill going up, but it would be slippery, of course, going back up the hill, but or coming down it. But it'd be pretty cool to see it with the water flowing. You know, the question, if a tree falls in the forest and there's nobody there to hear it, does it actually make a sound? I bet you whether there was anybody here or not, that tree made a whole lot of noise when it came crashing down. So I don't know if you can hear all the sounds, woodpecker and all that stuff off in the distance, and just kind of a little breeze going, but stopped here and just kind of, well, there's a big roadblock here. I got to work my way around, but stopped here just to relax and listen to the sounds. And right over that hill right there, I heard it sounded like a person, but I've been sitting here for several minutes and haven't heard them again. And these leaves are really dry and crunchy, so if they were walking around, I dang sure would have heard them. But there's not a lot to see on this trail. It's down in a little valley, but just being out here, just listening to the sounds, pretty cool. So I'm out here late this morning. I mean, it's 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I mean. But one of my favorite parts of actually camping is getting out before the, getting up and everything before the sun comes up, and just sitting there and watching and listening to nature come alive. All the birds start chirping, and squirrels and chipmunks and different animals start moving around and everything, and you just get a chance to just relax and hang out there and just listen to and watch nature come alive for the day. And that's one of my favorite parts of camping. It's one of the reasons why I'm willing to stay out overnight, just to be there when it all comes back alive the next morning. And so this creek bed goes on down farther, but according to all trails, I've already passed the end of this actual trail. Back up there a little ways. So that was, if you heard that beeping when I was recording, that was all trails saying I had detoured from the route. So I guess I'm already off of it, so I'm gonna head back up. Head back up there and see what I can see on the way up. Back up at the top. I forgot to film this when I was going down, but it is part of the Trail of Tears. There's another sign there. Maybe that voice I heard, I never did find anybody. A lot of Indians died on this trail. Maybe it was one of them stopping to say hello. So I made it back to the car. I thought there might have been, I thought in the description I read there was more signs along the trail. I guess they were just talking about those right up here at the start. And going down there, they just kind of ended it, and there was nothing there to, a destination point per se, but still cool little trail. I've never been there. Lived in this area majority of my life and never been on that trail. The clothes I wore, I definitely would consider dressing warmer for a day hike like this. Backpacking this would have been fine. My hands got cold. That was about it with those gloves. Those gloves are not good, and the rest of me stayed okay. I was able to stop and hang out a couple different times for like 15-20 minutes, and not have to put on any extra layers or anything, so that was good. So that Brynje mesh underwear, pretty good. Backpack, liked it, didn't like it. I'll talk more about it in a future video, but pretty good overall, I'd have to say. So that's it. If you live locally in the area, that challenge, this year they got 30 different sites. I think last year it was like 20 or 25, something like that. So I'll put a link to that in the description, and that's it for today. Hope you guys are able to get out there and enjoy nature, and however you do it, on the water or on land, walking, just out doing anything.